Why is excellence so important to the discussion on leadership? It is because it takes an excellent leader to raise an excellent oriented organization. And that's the focus of our discussion today on this episode of Leaders Arise. Welcome once again to Leaders Arise, and this is Demola Awoyele, engaging you with leadership principles that will help you to become a better individual, a better leader, and of course somebody that will achieve better results irrespective of your area of endeavor. So today, like I said, we are discussing on the subject of excellence with a particular emphasis on how to raise excellence oriented organization. How to raise excellence-oriented organization. So if you've been following our broadcast for the past 2 episodes now, we've been talking a great deal about excellence. I've been telling you how you can change your mindset. I use the word reset your mind. All right, I've been teaching you the need to expose yourself. I've been teaching you why you need to be an excellent person. The excellent attract the blessings of God. All right, and all of that. But I want to begin today. I want to continue today, actually. All right, by letting you understand the fact that the goal of all of this is to help you build or develop an excellence-oriented organization. All right. Now, by organization, I mean a company, I mean a family. All right. I mean a workplace. I mean a church, or whatever it is you belong. Wherever it is you belong. So, when you become a person of excellence, all right, you are able to raise other excellent people. You are able to raise an organization that is excellence driven. You are able to raise a family that is excellence driven. You are able to raise a community that is excellence driven. If you are a pastor, you raise a church of excellence. If you are a governor, you raise a state of excellence, or you lead a state of excellence. If you are a president, you lead a nation, all right, into excellence. If you own a school, of course, you are going to deploy some of these excellence principles that we have learned or been learning over time. You are going to bring them to bear, and of course, on the school that you pioneer or that you're leading. So that's why we are focusing today so seriously on how to raise or build excellence-oriented organization. So the focus of today's broadcast is not you directly, all right, or primarily, is on what you do. All right, is on where you lead, is on who you lead, and of course, is on those people that you have contact with. So you may not be somebody that leads somewhere, that does something. Maybe you have a business you're running as the head of the business. You may not even be all of those, but you can just be somebody like you are that relates with people. Because one thing about excellence is that excellence attracts. All right, excellence is contagious. All right, so my job today is to help you to spread excellence wherever you find yourself. All right, whether you are the head of an organization, whether you are a member of a family, whether you are a father at home, you are a mother at home, whether you are a pastor of a church, whether you are even just a citizen of the Federal Republic of country XYZ, Nigeria, or wherever it is you find yourself. So how to ensure that the excellence mindset you are developing does not stop or end with you, rather you allow it to spread. So let's get on the business of spreading excellence today. Now let me begin very quickly by saying that understand the place of excellence, all right, in commanding leadership. Maybe I will begin by saying that. Why all these feels about excellence? In fact, there is no time I discuss leadership, particularly in a very elaborate way, without putting in excellence, because excellence is key in leadership. Excellence is very important. And don't forget, I told you at the last episode or 2 episodes before now that excellence attracts the blessings of God. I will never forget what I was taught over the years, that whatever it is you do, all right, as the likelihood of 2 possibilities from God. Number 1, what am I trying to say? Whatever you do, all right, can be attended to by God in 2 ways. All right, either God stops it or God spreads it. Yeah, either God stops it or God spreads it. Now that might look somehow confusing. Pastor, can God stop what I do? I say yes, and I say no. Can God spread what I do? Of course, yes. God can spread what you do. So if God can spread what somebody does, it means God can also stop what somebody does. Particularly, whatever it is that has a signature of God on it, God will not watch it play out anyhow. So what do I mean? The pursuit of excellence is not just about you. There is a God that is watching. Some of you say, I can live my life the way I like. It's about me, it's not about you. I can pastor that church the way I like. I can lead my family the way I like. No. I can do that business the way I like. No. Because there is a God somewhere that is watching your pursuit of excellence and deciding whether to stop it or to spread it. You know, I can always pray for you that God will not stop whatever it is you're doing, but rather God will spread it. Will it not be amazing and fantastic if you have God spreading what you do? God will be your biggest promoter. Thank God for publicity, but God will become your publicity agent. Yeah. And to me, that is a high dimension of blessings, that God spreads what you do. And that's why I tell people that there's a difference between fame and popularity. Popularity is you trying to make yourself known. Fame is when God is making you known. So what God promised us in the Bible is not popularity but fame. Fame. Look at men in the Bible that were famous. They never planned to be famous. God made them to be famous. Can I pray for somebody today that God will make you to be famous? God will make your business to be famous. All right, thank God for publicity, but you and I know there is a limit to how much publicity can go. You are going to do publicity, you are going to go on social media, you are going to print flyers, you are going to bring billboards, do all of those things the people do to promote whatever it is they do. As important as those things, those principles or strategies are, we must never undermine the place of God being committed to what you do, the place of God spreading what you do, the place of God taking what you do from places to places with or without your efforts. So what am I trying to say today? One way to get God to spread what you do is to be a person of excellence, because excellence attracts God. Mediocrity repels God, because God is a God of excellence. Just the way fish will never survive outside of water, I don't believe God will survive in an environment of mediocrity. If God ever visited a place that is mediocre in nature, what God wants to do is to turn it around. But if you are not allowing God to change your mindset, to turn your mediocrity into excellence, God will check out. Yeah, God will check out of your business, God forbid. He can check out of your whatever it is you do. Why? God is trying to come in to change the way you do stuff, but your mindset is so strong that you are not yielding. And God says, I can't cope here, just the way fish will not survive outside of water. This mediocrity, this mediocre environment is not my habitat. I can't survive here. I don't have choice than to get out of it. So God does stop things. So you now wonder why some people start some things that are doing very fine. They had all the money, but the thing is not flying. Sometimes it's not the devil that is stopping, it's God. Because the integrity of God is at stake. That's why I say sometimes, most importantly, when you're doing stuff that carry the signature of God. And that's why Christians have got to be careful. Sometimes it's not only God that will be your I wanted to say enemy. God can be your enemy anyway. It's not God. It's not only devil that will be against you. Sometimes God can be against you. It doesn't mean that God is your enemy, but it means that God is, it's good when it's the devil that is resisting you. You can go and meet God. God will remove the resistance. But if it is God that is resisting you, you stand no chance to succeed, because God is saying this guy cannot carry this shabby song and he's posting it on Instagram, Facebook, and he's putting Jesus' name there. Is this how mediocre Jesus is? God say, I will stop it because my integrity is at stake, my name is at stake. All right, but can you imagine, all right, when whatever you do carry the signature of God and you put excellence in it, can I agree, can I confess to you that God will spread it? I'm telling you, He will spread it. He will wow you. He will take it beyond whatever it is you've ever thought of or imagined. It will spread it far. It will spread it wide. So that is why you must be committed to excellence, because excellence attracts the blessings of God. Excellence attracts God. Mediocrity repels God. Number 2, excellence attracts people. And that is where I'm going to be zeroing in on today's teaching on how to raise or build excellence-oriented organization. So that will lead me to the first principle or the first laws or strategies to raising excellence-oriented organization is the fact that you have got to be a person of excellence yourself. Because like I said earlier, excellence attracts people. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, even mediocres, when they see excellence, they want to follow it. That's the truth. Even those who are not doing well, when they see somebody doing well, they just want to, even though they may not want to pay the price, but something in them says, I think I want to be like this. Because you need people to build organizations, you need people to build your business. All right, if you are a businessman that is excellent, you can imagine how people will be attracted to your business. Because everybody wants excellence. People naturally gravitate towards excellence. So don't forget, excellence attracts or commands the blessings of God. Excellence attract people. Yeah. So how do you raise an excellent oriented organization, business, family? All right, church, nation, or what of you? Be a person of excellence. That's why I've taken time to talk about excellence, because you can produce who you are not. Human being has been designed to produce after their kind. You can't be a mediocre leader. I want to raise excellent people. It's not possible. You are going to reproduce after your kind. So how do I raise excellence-oriented people? Excellence-oriented organization. I must ensure that I am a person of excellence, because I become the principal force of attraction, all right, as far as what I do is concerned. So be a person of excellence, all right? And let your excellence be visible. You understand? Be visibly excellent. Yeah. Sing about it. Promote it. Be a crusader. You know, it's one thing for you to be an excellent person. It's another thing for you not to be a crusader of excellence. Yeah. And if you are not somebody being a crusader of excellence, you can't raise excellence-oriented organization. So be a person of excellence and live a life of excellence. Be a crusader. Be an advocate of excellence. Right? Let everything you do, everything you say, let it spell excellence. You talk, let people see excellence, because it's not enough to be. Because you can be excellent, but you are not advocating it. And by advocating it, I don't mean just taking microphone and preaching it. I mean, let everything about you exude excellence. The way you think, the way you talk, the way you handle what you handle, because you are the first source of inspiration for your organization. If you are a dad at home, you are the first source of inspiration to your family. All right, you are a pastor, first source of inspiration, a vice chancellor of a university, the president of a nation. You are the first source of inspiration. Before people start reading books, they are going to read you. So when they see you, let them see excellence. They see you coming, they see excellence walking on 2 legs. They see the way you talk, they can literally feel excellence. Let them hear excellence, let them see it. Let them see what you do, and this person is excellent, because that is going to be the foundation for raising an excellence-oriented organization. The second thing I want to say today is to make excellence a culture. All right. I'm going to be saying this systematically. It begins with you being a person of excellence, then make excellence a culture, not an event. You know, some people in their company, in their church, or whatever it is they do, they only do excellent stuff once in a while. They make it an event. They say that our annual convention, it must be excellent. That is not what we are talking about. Anybody can do what is right occasionally. Like they tell us, even a clock that is not working will be right twice in a day. Am I correct? If your clock in your room now, wherever it is, stops working, maybe stops at 6, all right? The time might be 7 p.m. now, or 12 noon, or whatever the time is, wrong at that time. But wait for 6 p.m. at night, the clock will be right. Wait for 6 a.m. the next morning. So even the clock that is not working will be right at least twice in a day. So what makes you a leader or a person of excellence is not what to do occasionally well, or what to do well or excellently occasionally. It must be a culture. Our convention must be excellent. What about our every Sunday service? This Christmas in our family must be the best. What about your everyday life? As a wife at home, don't only serve your husband well during Christmas. You go and fetch those dishes from the cupboard. You know the way we do it in those days. God has delivered us from that anyway. You remember? There are some dishes that our parents, or plates or whatever, our parents, they leave, they keep. I don't know why they do that. I wish I can ask my mom now, but obviously she did well. All right. Of course, my mom tried anyway. At least she brings them. I know she was afraid then of us breaking the plates. You know, they are breakables and all of that. But I know some families, they do that just because they feel that how can you be eating with these fine plates on a Wednesday, on a normal day? But when there is Christmas, when there is New Year, when there is special occasion in the family, they go bring it out. I don't see that as excellent. So as a wife at home, don't only serve your husband with correct plates or dishes at some special occasion. Don't serve the table, decorate it well because it's our wedding anniversary. What do you do on a normal day? So I don't rate you as excellent because you do something right or excellent occasionally. I rate you as a person of excellence when excellence becomes a culture, when it becomes a lifestyle. So how do you raise an excellence-oriented organization, family, company, business, church, society, all right, campus, or what have you? Don't wait for special time. Make it a culture. Now listen to me. Every organization has their culture. A culture is simply an unspoken force. Permit my usage of word. Of course, in social studies, they say culture is a way of life. All right, that is correct. But you know, in most time, a culture is spoken, is silent, but is visible. How do I say it? People do not have to write it out and say we are excellent people here. They don't have to write it. You can see it. It's unspoken most times, but it is visible. Yeah. You know, when you enter a place, within some couple of minutes, you can sense or see the culture that operates in that place. So when people enter your business or your company, what can they sense? Do they sense loyalty? Do they sense excellent customer service? Without you having to put it in your brochure, because some people, the only thing they do, they put in their brochure, we serve customer excellently. You don't need to say it. People can see it. Because when I enter your company, the first 1 hour or 5 minutes, as the case may be, I can tell the culture in that company. It can be a culture of service. It can be a culture of respect. Everybody is having respect for everybody they meet, all right, in the company, whether they are janitor, whether they are MD, or whatever they are, is a culture of excellence. They can set a culture of service. They can set a culture of timeliness. People do what they need to do when they are supposed to do it. They can sense, a culture of teamwork or team spirit. The same thing with excellence is to be a culture. Because until excellence becomes a culture, it cannot drive progress. What drives progress, like I said, is not what we do occasionally. It's what we do on a daily basis. So it is your job as the head, as the leader, whether in the family or even as somebody among a community of friends, to ensure that you drive home that culture, because culture is developed over time. What we do consistently over time becomes a culture. Do you understand? What we do consistently over time becomes a culture. And most times it begins with a point man. When people see what you do, they want to do things the way you do it, and it becomes a practice that actually sweeps across the whole organization. So make excellence a culture. Number 3, pay the price for excellence. Yeah. Because excellence costs, but actually it also pays. Like I've been saying for some couple of minutes now, the payment of it far outweigh its cost. But I have to be honest with you that excellence actually costs. The reason why a lot of people don't want to build an excellence-oriented organization or live a life of excellence is because they don't want to pay the price. Now, you may want to say, okay, maybe the price is money. Yes and no. The price can be money, but it's not entirely money. Because I love to just disabuse people's mind of this thing called money. Because the people are underperforming today because of this idea about money. I wish our company had money, would have done better. It is not money first of all, even though money is important. Do you need money to come early to your office space? You only need the discipline of waking up on time, take your bath, do your preparation and get to the office. Do you need money to do that? No. Do you need money to speak honorably to your clients? You don't need money. Do you need money to wear a smile? You don't need money. And all of those are elements of excellence, or that depict excellence. Do you understand? You don't need money to wear a smile. You don't need money to wake up early to get to the office on time. You don't need money to go the extra mile for customers in serving them. You don't need money, really. Because you can have all the monies, but you're not doing all of these things. I've just itemized. Your organization is going nowhere. So pay the price. I know sometimes the price, even though not monetary, can be difficult to pay sometimes. You don't feel like serving people because their disturbance is too much. But you want to build an organization that will be of excellence. Go the extra mile, serve people. Some people are going to be cantankerous, some are going to be very difficult, but because you are pursuing excellence, you want to serve them all the same. You want to go the extra mile, so pay the price. I don't know the context of your leadership or operation, but whatever price there is for excellence, wherever you find yourself, learn to pay the price. In fact, it may mean having to do the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So if you have a boss there as an employee that keeps telling you, I don't want this thing, go and do it again. No, the way you wrote this document, I don't like it, go and do it again. That's a form of price that you're paying. And that's how to raise excellence to the organization. You don't take mediocrity. You don't just take it and say, well, let's forgive him. We might forgive him today, but if it becomes a habit, we are going to be injuring the organization. So the price might mean to write the same letter over and over again to perfect it. The price might be to sit over a design as an architect, all right, as a graphics designer, all right, the design that you could have just made do with whatever it is you come up with, but you keep perfecting it. That's the price you pay. Staying up late at night to put finishing touches to whatever you do. As a pastor, ensuring that you give your best. You pay prices, even though things are not easy. All right, because I believe everybody can pay prices once they understand what is at stake. Because the payment actually, all right, of excellence far outweigh the cost of it. So when I understand that excellence attract God's blessings, excellence attract the right people, those are the payments, all right, among many other of excellence. I want to pay prices to be an excellent person. Because I know the payment of it far outweigh the cost. So whatever excellence we demand in your life, in your organization, in your sphere of operation, pay the price. Pay the price. Number 4, reward excellence. Because what you reward is repeated. Reward is what actually brings about what I call repeated performance. Now I'm dealing with organizational leader today. Reward excellence. As a father at home, when your daughter does something right, reward it. Of course, they did that for us while we were growing up. I don't know if some of you have people that did that for you. You did well in school, they bought you stuff. So they are spoiling them. You are not spoiling her or him, as the case may be. You are rewarding excellence. Yeah. And that's the reason why they give prizes to people at the end of a school session. Why? They are rewarding excellence. They are rewarding performance. Because what you reward gets repeated. What you overlook becomes something that people don't want to do. So reward excellence. If you have an employee in your company that did well, reward him. However it is, I don't know the system of reward that you set up for your company or your organization. It can be your family, all right? Wherever, sure, everywhere, reward it. Whether you reward it by giving pay rise or pay raise, you reward it by giving end of the year award, whatever. What does that mean really? All right, maybe you want to call the word reward also means recognize. Maybe you want to tie them together. You recognize and reward. Why recognition is pointing out what somebody does well or did well. Reward is actually giving them something as an appreciation for what they do. So there are two different things. Even though they go hand in hand, you can't reward who you have not recognized. All right, but even if you can't reward, at least recognize, because recognition is a form of reward. And you stand the person up and point at how well, maybe a client, one of your clients gave a feedback, all right, about how a particular staff of yours treated them well, did this well. Why not raise it in the staff meeting and say, oh, I got this feedback from a client, so Mr. So rise up, please give him a round of applause, all right. This also person about you. Thank you for upping your game. Thank you for painting our organization well before our clients. That's a recognition. That's a form of reward. But can I also encourage you beyond just that? Say, okay, I'm going to pay for your lunch this afternoon. As simple as that. Or I'm going to take you out for lunch or pay for your lunch. As simple as that. So when I mean reward excellence, it doesn't have to be something big. And it can be something big anyway, depending on the capacity of the organization. But I'm saying you don't have to have something big before you reward excellence. You recognize excellence, then you do whatever it is you can do to show to the person that is, all right, living up to the culture of excellence, that you actually appreciate whatever it is, all right, that they do. The last but not the least, as I round up, fight mediocrity. I use the word fight because in my years of leadership experience or leading people, I discovered that no matter how excellent an organization is, once in a while mediocrity shows up. Do you know why? Because we are human beings. Human beings, excellence, mediocrity is comfortable with our flesh. But excellence actually will demand something. If we live our lives, or if people leave us the way we are not going to become better people. Because excellence, mediocrity is comfortable with who we are. We are comfortable with mediocrity. That's the human nature. So no matter how you teach excellence, how you make it a culture, your environment that of excellent culture and all of that, once in a while mediocrity wants to show up. You know your job as a leader, fight it. Yeah, I use the word fight on purpose. Don't say it's one of those things. Do you know why? The mediocrity you don't fight today will soon spread like cancer. I'm telling you. In fact, sometimes mediocrity is brought about by external people. Maybe you just employed a new guy, all right, or a new member just joined the church, and because of where he's coming from, mediocrity is there. So he brings it here. You say, okay, don't overlook it, fight it. I didn't say fight the person. I said fight the mediocrity. Because the mediocrity you don't fight will corrupt the excellence that you already have. Yeah, I'm saying that because don't assume that everything will always be done excellently. Fight mediocrity. And let me explain what I mean by fight. Like I said, I'm not saying fight people, but I mean don't tolerate it. Yeah. That's your job as a leader. Yeah, don't tolerate it. As leaderly as you can do it, as lovingly as you can do it, as gently as you can do it, but let whoever it is that is exuding mediocrity know that this is not acceptable here. So when I say fight it, I mean let whoever is bringing it on the table, let the person know this is not acceptable here. However, you want to do it in a way that will still help the person, but I'm just saying don't overlook mediocrity. Is that okay? Don't explain it away. And if you are the person as the point man that once in a while you exude them mediocrity, accept your wrong and say, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it this way, I'm sorry. All right? So don't be a mediocre person, somebody that tolerates mediocrity in your personal life and you want to fight mediocrity. So correct yourself, because we are humans, really. No matter how you want to hold people to a higher standard of integrity, excellence because they are human. Once in a while, they want to fall short of it. Your job as a leader is to bring them up, not to allow them to be down, because the mediocrity you allow today is going to spread like cancer all through the organization. I hope today's broadcast has not bored you. You will need it as the head of an organization. You even need it as a normal person, just living your everyday life, because you are going to be in contact with people every day, every time, everywhere. And knowing how to manage a culture or develop a culture of excellence with people will greatly impact your productivity. Thank you for your time with me today. I don't know whether I'm done with excellence, but if I'm not, you'll see me on the next broadcast still talking about the same thing. But even if I have to stop this whole discourse on excellence with today's episode, I'm sure you have learned something. So go over the past 2 episodes added to today and go and immerse yourself in the teachings, critique your way of operation in your personal life and your enterprise, and ensure you begin the journey on to excellence. Till I meet with you again on the next episode of Leaders Arise. Don't forget, like this Facebook page, the YouTube channel you are streaming from, subscribe to the channel. Alright, help us share this stream across all your platforms, and of course, take advantage of our life-changing resources being displayed on the screen. Thank you once again. Till I meet with you on the next episode of Leaders Arise. Keep pursuing excellence. You will succeed. Bye for now.